Have you ever used social media? Do you know people that use social media? Every day, people all around the world use social media to connect with loved ones, with past friends, and to meet new people. We live in a time where that is just part of our normal. We're more connected as a society than we have ever been before. It is something that is miraculous. With social media, though, there are some new things that we've come across that we've never had happen before. There's new trials, there's new problems, but we are able to navigate through them. Every day, teenagers are one of the biggest users of social media. Daily, they spend a lot of time sending reels, sending Snapchats, and connecting with their friends from school. Unfortunately, these teenagers have a lot of time unmonitored on these things, and there are bad people in the world. And so we're going to talk about some of the ways that we can help our teenagers feel comfortable and confident, and that you as a parent can feel comfortable and confident in having your teens online. First, I have a graph about social media use among teens. If you can see here on this graph, it shows the growth of Instagram and Snapchat over I believe it's about 8 years of time that they took between these two numbers. You can see that a lot, over 50% of teenagers use these apps. Over 50% of teenagers in the US. That is a lot of people. And so they're constantly using these resources to connect with other people. If you can see also, you have YouTube at a super high number. 95% of teenagers in the US use YouTube. That's an insane amount of people. And TikTok as well. These things are things that are used to have the user always engaged in, right? So the user wants to get on the app. They want to keep connecting with their friends. They want to keep seeing the funny reels, things like that. And so we need to protect our families and our children from these things. So as you can see, it's just grown. It's become more of a popular thing, more of a common thing in our society these days. And so because of that, there are going to be some benefits and some problems with these things. So we're going to talk about that now. So we're going to talk about, this is a study done by Bloom Behavioral Health, where they talked about the differences in teenagers when they used social media and the positives and negatives. And I really like this because social media is a tool. Like, it is a very good thing. We want our teenagers to be engaged in their class and with their friends, but there are some things that need to be addressed. So let's talk about the positives first. It's here on the bottom. The positives, we've got social connection. Your teen is able to meet friends, meet new people. I know someone who their best friend was someone they had met playing Call of Duty online. So things like that, like they are able to connect socially with their peers and with new people. They also are able to express themselves. I think right now we live in a time where everybody is able to be who they want to be. You don't have to wear specific clothes. You don't have to do anything, because you can truly express the way you feel on the inside. I think also it gives you access to more resources, right? You can learn more about things. I know me personally, I've totally seen an Instagram reel or a TikTok talking about a new recipe or a new exercise or things like that. We're able to connect as people. And also, it gives us global issues. We're able to kind of see more of the world and have us understand that we're just a small fish in a big sea, and we can create a big impact. But there are some negatives as well. It can increase your anxiety. When you are involved in the interwebs, you can get super involved in these things, and it can affect you personally. I think that ties in perfectly to the global issues. They tend to, if you're super empathetic, you can feel these things that are happening, and it can cause you to feel these emotions. Yeah, the next one, cyberbullying. I think a lot of people are braver behind a screen, and we don't think about that sometimes, but it's a lot easier to tell someone you don't like them if it's not to their face. Also, a distorted body image. I feel like social media, especially right now, these teens are seeing things about these content creators who look a certain way and tell you that you have to be this way or have to eat a certain way, which can make you feel negatively about your body if you don't look or feel that way. And also, it can disrupt sleep. I cannot count the amount of times where I've gone to bed and I've opened my phone for 2 minutes and suddenly it's been an hour. And that is super damaging toward our teens. So now I get to tell you about the safety features that some of these apps have prepared to combat those different negative side effects of social media. So all of them have parental controls, which I think is something that is totally underutilized. So you can control on your child's app things that they see. If they've seen inappropriate content, they can flag it, things like that. I also think that screen time limits and restrictions can help your child to understand how to use certain apps safely. Anyway, you can look into these more and look into the specific apps that your children are using, or your family members or your friends, and help them find a way that they can make sure that they are safe and protected on these apps, to make sure that they do not see these side effects of social media. I also think one of the most important things you can do as a parent is to make sure that your child is heard and listened to, and that you have conversations with your child about social media and the dangers. Because social media is so, so important in our society right now. It's here to stay, and we might as well be aware of it and built to overcome it than stuck in the dust when we don't understand why things are happening. I think that social media is awesome, but I think that these precautions will help you and your child to be better understanding of each other and of the internet. Anyway, but thank you so much. I hope that you can understand how the rise of social media and the way that it affects our teens can help you to create safety features and help your teen to be the safest they can and the wisest they can on social media.